What is going on, guys? AJ Bodie here, back with another video. Today we are talking about the situationship number 2, the Filipino girl. I'm just kind of updating you guys on what happened. So before I get into it, thank you guys so much for 89 subscribers. We're nearing 100 subscribers, which is still crazy to me. It's amazing how I can grow this channel from 0 to 100 in a little over 5 months. That's just crazy to me. Thank you so much for everybody for subscribing to my channel. Thank you everybody for subscribing to my channel. I just repeated myself. Thank you to all those who liked and commented on the videos. If you guys haven't already, please leave a like on the video and subscribe, and comment in the comments below if you've ever had a situationship that you also worked with, and now she's your ex situationship. Yeah, just like the video, and let's just get into it. So to give you a bit of backstory, I dated this girl for a month. Casually dating was kind of like what we were doing. There was no label though, and we worked together, right? And we both work in a bakery. And I ask her, I say, she breaks up with her boyfriend. She tells me about it. Then I ask her the next week, hey, you want to go out on a date? And she's like, yeah. And we get to fucking, you know how it is, you know how it goes. And we're like, okay, we're just friends with benefits. That's it. It turns into something more. I'm like, no, I don't really want a relationship, or I wasn't really. She didn't think that I was aiming for it, so she kind of just dipped out. She still worked with me. We didn't talk for a couple of. She said that we had a connection, and I was like, she was like, did you feel it too? I was like, I don't know. And it seemed like I really didn't want one relationship, that is. And finally she had enough of my BS, I guess. So I was kind of busy with like working 2 jobs and getting 0 hours of sleep, and also working out and doing a whole bunch of other shit. But I was kind of like brushing her off. I was kind of being a dick to her. I was giving her mixed signals as well. Sometimes I would be very cool, sometimes I would be like an asshole. So basically we didn't talk. She had enough, and we didn't talk for like a whole 20-30 days. And I came back to her and I asked her, hey, what's going on? She's just like, yeah, I kind of moved on because like you weren't really like, I didn't know what, like, we agreed to be friends with benefits, but I thought it was something more. I guess not. And I was like, what you mean? Like, I was like, so you don't want to like try again and everything? And she was like, no, because I want someone to like love me, And I was like, I don't know if I can do that, but we can start slow. And she's like, I think I'm good. And I was like, okay. So I was just going through it the entire time. Just hated working, especially when she was there. Could not think, could not process nothing. It was like I had ADHD up the ass. Every time I would have to get the production done, I would struggle 4 hours. I would mess up the bread. I would mix up the mix times. I would mix up a lot. I would put too much water in the dough or in the flour, which would make the dough soggy or really runny. And I was going through it. And I really just, in my home life, I kind of just did not want to live. I was literally sitting right there, and I was just thinking to myself, like, what is the meaning of life? This is really like, I was going through it. When I tell you I was going through it, I was going through it. And at work, I was just like, fuck, this really sucks. And I kept on like asking her friend, like, hey, what's going on here? Her friend was like, yeah, that's it. Like, you're fucked. That's it. I would just move on. And I was like, fuck. And I tried to get back with her a couple times, but I wasn't very like, vocal on my feelings. So I gave her like a coin, that she really didn't like. She actually thought it was quite creepy, and she didn't take it home with her. So I was like, okay. And then I sent her this long text. This is like spaced out over months. I sent her a long text saying how sorry I was and I want to try again, but we shouldn't, because she was still healing from her ex, and she didn't text me back. And she just pretended like that whole thing didn't happen. Her friend was kind of told me that she saw it, and I was like, fuck. But she didn't reply to it, so, you know. And take in mind, while all of this is going on, when we started Friends with Benefits, she was messing with someone else. So just fast forward a couple months, our relationship's getting better and better. We're talking a bit more. So if I could put into perspective, from December to like now it's almost July, I was dating someone from March to April to May, and that's when things got better. And I kind of recovered a bit. But from January to February to March to April, that was like the hardest time to work around her. And I basically got a new girlfriend, in March or April, the end of April, beginning of May. And basically I healed a bit from that, and little by little I was still like kind of talking to her, my ex situationship, because I work with her, and I was just kind of like asking her what her, like I was kind of getting her perspective on stuff. So it turns out that she had a boyfriend, or she has a boyfriend now. I found this out maybe like in May. It was like in May or something. He came to work one day to pick her up, and I was like, who the fuck is that? And then I asked her friend, and she kind of filled me in. She didn't give me a lot of details though. I kind of just pieced it together. So basically he's her boyfriend. It's really weird because like I think I thought that she was like still into me, right? Because I don't know though. Because she came in with hickeys on her neck that one time, and then I came in with hickeys on my neck. So she was like, I was kind of sensing that. She was like, okay, two can play at that game. So then she brought her boyfriend to work, and then I didn't like introduce myself or anything, but like she brought her boyfriend to work. So I was like, fuck, okay, so you trying to play, okay? Then I posted my girlfriend on my story, and then she said something when we were working together, but and then it was my birthday. She wished me a happy birthday. She literally held the cake, and I blew out the candles, and I took a bite out of it. So we were like recovering, and then just fast forward to now. A couple days ago, she I asked her about we were just like talking. We started talking about the relationship. She was saying like, oh, do you remember that time you like went to the lake? We went to the lake together. You drove me past the beautiful lake. And I was like, no, I don't. And she's like, yeah, you do. And I was like, oh yeah, I do. And then I was basically like, can I ask you a question? And she was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, did I make you sad? And she was like, what? I gotta go decorate. And I was like, did I make you sad? And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, if I made you sad, I just want to say I'm sorry. Because, like, she was kind of just like, she didn't want to talk about it. But I was like, if I made you sad, I'm sorry. And she was just like, I was like, did you, like, your friend told me that you wanted something out of the whole thing. And she was just like, yeah, I kind of did. Like, I had expectations. I didn't really know, like, what I was expecting, you know, because you told me that you did not want a relationship, and you were very adamant about it, and I don't know what I was thinking. And I was thinking to myself, like, huh? And then I remembered that's exactly what I wanted. And then it all clicked together. I'm the fucking idiot. No, guys, guys. I'm the idiot who said that I didn't want a relationship. That was me. I'm the one. I'm the dude. I literally. She was like, you were really adamant that you didn't want a relationship, and I was thinking to myself, in my head, I was thinking, okay, my game plan is to make her beg for a relationship. I really want a relationship with her, right? But in reality, right, in whatever space this is, she was like thinking that I was some douchebag who was just fucking around and did not want a relationship. And the signs, I gave off like signs like I was texting other girls. I literally got another girl's phone number while I was with her. And I was just thinking to myself, oh yeah, like I was just being fucking stupid. Cause like I did, but I didn't want to be in a relationship. And I was like so close to my goal that I was trying to meet. Don't worry about what it is. I think I talked about it. I don't know. It all clicked though. Like I'm fucking mental. I think I'm fucking mental now. Cause like I'm thinking to myself, oh, she's pissed off. You know, she fucking hates me. She thinks I'm a dick. You know. Cause like she's always like looking down, right? Whenever we like try and make eye contact, she's looking down, and I'm like, I was like, why do you fucking hate me so much? That's what I was thinking. I was acting like a fucking dick. I wasn't being clear on my feelings. And she thought that I was just some guy that was like, oh, I don't care about you. I was like, fuck, that's not what it was. The whole time, I'm really interested in her, and I'm really like, I care about her, you know? And I'm just like, fuck, I fucked it up. And guys, if you fucked it up this bad, hit the like button. If you didn't, also hit the like button and subscribe. Anyways, I'm like, well, you didn't ask. I was like, well, you didn't ask if, like, you didn't ask for a relationship or anything. You kind of just walked away. From it. And she was like, yeah, but like, you were very adamant that you didn't want one. And I was like, wait, but what about the time that I came back to you and I asked for a relationship? And she was like, yeah, but that was when I like processed my feelings and I moved on, right? And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, well, I already processed my feelings and you came back and you were like, I want a relationship. Like, that was weird. And I was like, look, I didn't say that. Like, you were the one. And I was like, you were the one. And I told her this. I was like, you were the one that said you wanted me to really love you. And I said, I don't know if I can do that, but we can like start off slow, you know, like we can see where it goes. And she was just like, you know, and she was like, I was like you're always like, from then on there, I was just like, just keep it cordial, you know, because like you didn't want a relationship. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, you start I can't remember what happened, but we got on the topic of her like always looking down, you know, whenever like we tried making eye contact, she just looked down. And I was like, she was like, there's another reason why I always look down. I was like, why is that? And she was like, I don't really want to tell you. And I was like, well, what the fuck? And she tells me, right? She finally tells me, and I'm like, it makes so much sense. And she also tells me that she's like, she has a lot of anxiety and stuff, right? And she's anxious, she's a very anxious person. And I'm like, this is either bullshit or she's really telling the truth to me. And I'm thinking to myself, it makes so much more sense now why she was never really mad at me. She just couldn't look me in the eyes because she thought that she did me dirty. And I was like, yo, the reason why I also did not want a relationship with you is because your friend said that you were a hoe. And she was like, what? Basically, she was like, what? Like I guess a little bit surprised. And she was like, and you still stayed with me? I was like, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, the time that we rode the motorcycle, it was like fucking freezing. And I was like, I told her that I didn't want to go. All the way back December, I told her that I didn't want to go. In the future, like just a couple days ago, I told her like, hey, remember that time that we went on the motorcycle when it was freezing? I really didn't want to go, but you insisted. I said that, or I was like, my tire pressure is really low, so we can't. And then she was like, oh, it's okay, I have a tire pump, it's fine. And I was like, fuck, okay, let's go. And she was like, if you didn't want to go, why didn't you say anything? So you lied to me? And I was like, yeah, but I did it for you. And then fuck. So she told me the secret that I can't tell you, but she finally told me, and she was like, that's why some days I could not look you in the eyes. And I was thinking to myself, I don't give a shit. Either way, I don't give a shit. And you're gonna be like, what is this big thing that's so bad? I can't tell you guys. But I was like, that's it? Like, I was thinking, that's it? Like, literally? Like, I don't care about that shit. But I guess that it really weighed on her. And I was just like, so how do you feel about that? And she was like, it weighs on me for sure. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm like, that was it. We didn't get to, like, talk anymore or anything. Because the manager was always, like, fucking looking like, you guys gonna get back to work? Or... And I was like, fuck. I think she still likes me. Oh yeah, and her face was beet red when she was telling me this shit, so I assume that she still has some form of feelings for me. I don't know, because every time I told her, like, hey, I know about she didn't think I knew about her boyfriend. I told her, like, hey, like, we're both dating someone. I'm dating someone, you're dating someone. And she was just quiet. It kind of seemed like she was taken aback from the fact that, like, I was like, yeah, it's over. I don't know if I want to get back with her, but, like, when I tell you guys, when she told me this whole thing, like, when she told me what happened, like, actually, I'm just so relieved, you know? Like, when she finally told me, like, what happened, like, the big reason why she couldn't look me in the eyes, or why she was, like, always brushing me off and ignoring me and all that shit. And she was also or she was kind of distant on day 15 of us, like, casually dating, right? Situationship type shit. And I didn't know why, and now I finally know why. Because she was, like, very anxious to tell me. She was very scared. And I was just thinking to myself, like, this, like, she's not, I don't know if she's not doing this on purpose. I don't know, I guess I did. She told me that she was an anxious person. She had anxiety, but I guess I didn't know that anxious meant, like, anxiety driven, you know? So this was all my fault. Like, actually, like, this whole thing, it was kind of her fault, because she really did not talk to me. And if she did talk to me that night that we were drifting apart, if she literally just had that conversation with me and told me the big secret, which I can't tell you guys, but if she told me that, things would have been so much different. It would have been so much different. So it wasn't so much to say her fault, but if she just told me the facts, right? If she just told me what happened, it would have been so different. It would have been so different. We would have probably been together. I'm not even gonna lie. But again, fucking anxious personality. If we just talked it out, I literally said, if you have a problem, talk it out. And she didn't do that. And I'm just thinking to myself, this is so stupid. This is so dumb. I literally could have just asked her, and she would have. That whole give her space shit, fuck. We should have had a conversation, and everything would have fucking checked out. This whole bullshit on not talking to each other for fucking 5 months. The bad thing that happened to her when I wasn't around. Let's just say secret number 1. No, secret number 2. Well, the thing that she did, that she thought she did dirty to me, not that. The thing that happened to her when I wasn't really with her, that could have been avoided. Now I blame myself. I feel guilty for what happened to her. It's fucked up. This is fucked up, dude. This is fucked up. And I really hate it because I really care about her. You know? But she doesn't know that. She thinks that I'm just some fucking asshole. If you are watching this, I'm gonna go kill myself. What's up? I hope you never watch this, but if you do, I just want to let you know that I do really care about you, okay? And I remember you once told me that you felt like people didn't like love you. People didn't really care about you. You were like, nobody cares about me. That's not true, okay? That's not true at all. You're a fucking idiot for thinking that shit. Anyway, if you guys liked the video, I guess I don't know what else happened or what else is gonna happen, right? Because we literally had that talk, but we didn't get to finish it. We never get to finish anything. It's such bullshit. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, fuck. And like the thing is, I still have feelings for her, right? And I think that she still does to me too, right? I would assume. So if she does, I really don't know. Like some days, I just really just want to grab up on her and yeah. And then other days, it's just like, I feel so bad for you. And then other days, it's like, I hate you so fucking much. So much. You're such an asshole. Like, literally, I told her that. I was like, you're such an asshole. And I sound like the fucking woman saying you're such an asshole to the guy, right? Told you I think like a woman. Anyway. If you guys liked the video, if you found it insightful. Oh. Quick side note. Or not quick side note. Quick keynotes to take away. If you're thinking a lot, right? A person who thinks all the time only has thoughts, okay? You need to voice your opinions. You need to talk to her, the girl that you're seeing, if you guys broken up. If you think that she's doing something, if you're creating scenarios in your head that don't exist, then you're going to have an entirely different person. You're going to think of her as an entirely different person, and that's not good. So just go talk to her. Just go fucking talk to her. And I promise you, it'll be a lot better. Give her some time. Go talk to her first, okay? And if she does not want it, clear things up, okay? all of that bullshit where you like ignore her and then text her and then all that shit, just clear things up, okay? Because like at the end of the day, I'm such a fucking like lunkhead sometimes. Like I'm like not the sharpest tool in the shed, right? I just like I don't even know half the stuff I do, and it's like I did that. And again, I guess it's just male nature, you know. They say it's a female nature, and now it's just male nature, you know. That is tough. So at the end of the day, there's 2 minutes left. I got 2 minutes to record. At the end of the day, don't be crazy like me, because I was literally wondering why she didn't want to talk to me. I was wondering why she hated me so much, and she didn't hate me. She was scared to talk to me as well. She couldn't look at me. She thought she did me dirty, and I was like, fuck. She didn't really do me dirty. The way I treated her, and I was pretty adamant on not wanting to be in a relationship. So if you want a relationship with a girl, just say, hey, let's just see where things go. Whatever happens, happens. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it insightful. Make sure you talk about everyone voice your opinions. If you guys wouldn't mind, like the video, please. Subscribe. I really need subscribers. You know, trying to get road to 100 subscribers. Please. Thank you. Subscribe. Thank you. And comment down below. If you have like a opinion about this video or opinion about my situation, just leave it in the comments down below, please. I'm really interested into what you guys have to say about this. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one, and as always, you have a blessed day. Peace. Hold on.